Welcome to Barber Builders Training Academy. Thank you for purchasing our online academy course. Today you'll learn a little bit about me and the course through a quick little interview that I'm going to start right about now. I'm going to answer some questions that's going to be asked me by the interviewer.
Okay, first question. What is your name?
Well, my name is Jason, and I go by Jason Barber and Educator. And I am the founder of Barber Builders Training Academy.
Okay. Question 1. Why did you start Barber Builders Training Academy?
Well, years ago, about 9 years ago, I got an instructor's license, and it took me about 7 years before I even decided to do anything with it. I didn't work at a school or anything like that, so I decided, well, I want to take advantage of, I always wanted to teach, but I never did put my license use. But instead of going working for a barber school, I decided to start my own training course because I seen a need in the community, in the barber and the styling and hairstyling community. A lot of students needed help. They needed refresher courses. They needed skills training. So that's what made me start Barber Builders, because a lot of barbers would come work in my shop and they didn't have the proper scissor cutting skills or fading skills coming out of school, different things like that. I get word of students failing the exam, the practical exam. So I just wanted to help solve a problem that we have in the industry and bring some value to the industry, because I have a love for teaching already. So I thought this was a perfect way to bring something to the industry.
So you're not a school where I can get my license, but you can refine the skills that I learned in barber school?
Sure. A lot of students don't get everything they need. They don't get a complete foundation at the barber school. They come out unequipped. They're not even entry level ready for barber school. Most of them can't even pass the practical exam, especially since the new exam came out for both barbering and cosmetology in 2019, where they changed the requirements at the barber exam, practical exam, and started asking for more skills to be displayed at the exam. And so that started a whole array of barbers failing the test early on under that new test.
So you spoke a lot about the exam. How successful are you with helping your students pass the exam?
Well, currently, I have a 100% passing rate on my students that I train for the exam. Primarily, most of my trainees were barbers from the barber side. I just recently opened this course for the cosmetology side. The advantage that I have teaching this cosmetology exam as opposed to other people that are teaching this cosmetology exam is many of the other trainers or instructors in barber schools or abroad that train people for this cosmetology exam has never taken this cosmetology exam. They've taken previous cosmetology exams that were either had things in them that's not in this exam, or they did not have some of the things in their exam that are in this exam. But the good thing with me, I actually took this exact exam when it came out in 2019.
Okay, so we talked about the exam, but you also have classes to help refine skills. What is your success rate, or how can you speak to how are you able to refine my skills?
Well, even before I started Barber Builders, I would get new barbers to work in my barber shop, and they just wasn't cutting on the level of the other barbers at our shop and of the quality, our standards at our barber shop. So I would train those barbers and keep working on their skills until they get up to speed to meet our standards at our barber shop. So that's been going on for years for us, me giving skills training to barbers. And then in Barber Builders, I've had success in barbers just coming to me. Barbers is already licensed. Barbers have been in the field for a while, where they were weak in a certain area as far as skills training. It could be just in scissor cutting. Some barbers go to schools that their school didn't focus much on scissor cutting, this clipper cutting, and then they get in the industry, and a lot of shops now have different diverse clientele where they're coming in with straight hair, leaving hair length on top or on the sides, or only one scissors, and these barbers are not equipped to offer that service because they only used to cutting with clippers. So I offer scissor cutting skills. I've been able to help people get their scissor cutting skills up. Different specific haircuts like the flat top haircut. I've been barbers that came taking my flat top haircut classes. That's just one specific annoying haircut that barbers don't realize is harder than what it is until they try to attempt the haircut. Then they realize, oh, I need some help learning how to cut this haircut.
So, are you open to having people come in and suggesting new things that maybe you don't offer in your course? So anybody off the street, a barber come in and they say, are you able to help with graphic designs and things like that? Or is it basic hair cutting techniques that you're giving?
Well, I try to stick with the foundational barber skills because there are many barber educators out there that are doing things like designs and all, because that's niche, that catches people's eyes. You know, oh, look at the design. I want to know how to do designs. I want to. So all the flashy things are already, very popular out there. So I just wanted, but I wanted to meet the need of people having a solid foundation in everyday skills that they need to make money every day in the shop. You have very few people coming in getting a picture of Donald Duck cutting the back of their head. You know, that's a very rare occasion. But you got people coming in every day, all day, want to fade with a trim with scissors on top. So I try to focus on giving offering skills that give them a solid foundation. However, I do offer certain other little skills like hand enhancements, because that become very popular over the years. It's actually became a part of the everyday services in the shop. So I do offer classes on how to give enhancements to the haircut and everything like that.
Okay. So what is your experience in the industry?
Well, I've been in the industry for almost 30 years. I've been in
30 years. You don't look 25. But
yeah,
okay, we'll give you that.
I dropped out of high school and went to barber school. So I've been there almost 30 years. But I've been in there consistently for the past 21 years. And I could say that as far as my experience go, I've been owning a barbershop for 16 years. So I have experience in just working with others, just managing people, problem solving in the shop. You know, you got customers that may be unhappy customer or irate customer. I got to deal with that.
So are you offering classes to maybe owners to help them with those skills as well? Is this what this course is, or are you going to introduce that later?
You're getting ahead of yourself right there. But see, a lot of my courses that I offer and a lot of classes that I offer they come about like that. I get calls or messages from people across the country on social media and stuff asking me, do I offer this service and that service? So I usually it gets to where I'm adding a service at a time based on what I see a demand. But as far as my experience goes, I've been in the shop consistently, just cutting every day. That's why I cut hair for a living. I work with Barber Builders. I also offer other services like substitute teaching at barber schools. So barber schools call me in. Sometimes they call me in to train barbers, give classes, skills classes. They get training them for the exam. Some of them call me in just to be substitute teacher when their teacher is out or they're short on a teacher. So I've been pretty successful, being able to help people learn the skill. I've even helped people, train people that hired me for my services that had no intention on working in a barbershop or being a barber, I've had a lady that has 3 boys, and she just wanted to learn how to cut their hair, and she paid me to train her how to cut their hair, and she was successful in learning the skill, and she's very happy with my services.
Mr. West, what would a student get out of your course?
Well, I expect what a student get out of my course is everything they need to pass this exam. I'm going to equip the student. This course is going to equip the student with everything they need to pass the exam. I may do some things unorthodox, but that's the thing about rocking with Barber Builders, because I'm coming uncut. You may get may hear some things that you might not have heard from other people that you may see. They got people on YouTube, they got people at the barber schools, you know, teaching and attempting to teach the exam prep, but you may hear me bring it in a way that they never brought it, because my main focus with all my classes, all my education, is to hone in on ways I can make it. I want to facilitate your learning. I want to make it easier for you to learn and for students to learn and get what they need, and what they need without extra stuff that's going to distract them from learning exactly what they need to go get. I'm going to help you get what you're going to get.
Okay, so final question. Well, it's not really a question. I just want to give you time to share any stories or any things you want to share with your future barber builders.
Well, I just want you to know that you can take this exam prep class, but you don't have to stop there. Join our Facebook group. Anybody that's taking any kind of class from Barber Builders Training Academy, whether it be hands-on, the online course, anywhere, students at schools I've taught at can join our Facebook group, stay informed on what's going on or any type of updates. And always remember, the class that you're taking now is not the only services I offer. So you can refer other people to me. If this class helped you, or any of my services helped you, don't hesitate to refer to me. Also, any other, if you get into the shop or anything and you feel weak in an area, then just you reach back to Barber Builders, reach out and see if we offer a service that can help you hone your skills in that area. And once again, thank you for choosing Barber Builders and trusting us with your education.
Thank you, babe. Mr. West.